Good evening. Now we explain connection of resistors in parallel way. Okay, in parallel way, resistors are connected together, such as this: R1, R2, R3, back to back. Okay, R1 here, R2, R3. Okay, R1 here, R2, R3, such as this: 10 ohm, 20 ohm, 30 ohm. Okay, if you collect them together in parallel way like this, the voltage is constant, but electric current is variable. Okay, by Ohm law, V equal I times R, or voltage equal electric current by times resistance. Since IT equal I1 plus I2 plus I3, then we put IT equal VT over VR equivalent. Okay, I total equal V total over R equivalent, or R total. I1 equal V1 equal R1, V2 plus V2 over R2 plus V3 equal I3, R1 over R1, R2, R3 is connected in parallel way. Okay, such as this. Okay, since V1 equal V2 equal V3 equal V total, or V is constant, we can abbreviate this one or simplify. Vt is abbreviate with V1, V2, V3 can be equal common factor V total here and V total here. Then we cancel V total from both sides. Okay, then 1 over R equal 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. But now 1R equal 1R 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. This is reciprocal 1 over R. Reciprocal 1 over R is R. We need R. Okay, R equivalent equal reciprocal of this magnitude 1 over R1 z 1 over 2 z over R over 3. Example like this. R equivalent equal 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. R1 equal 10 ohm, R2 equal 20 ohm, R3 equal 30 ohm. We substitute R1 10, R2 20, R3 30. R equivalent equal 1 over 1. We can calculate this by classic way. We put the numerator in 30 and denominator in 30 to become the R equivalent equal 30 over 5.5 equal 5.45. Okay, ohm. Now we conclude that the resultant resistance or the equivalent resistance is smaller than the smallest one, okay? The smallest resistor here, 10. 30, 20, 10. R1, 10. The smallest one is 10. The resultant is smaller than 10. It becomes 5.45 ohms. It's really easy, okay? We can calculate by calculator in simplest way, okay? To check the result, the resultant equivalent resistance, it must be less than the smallest resistance here, okay? We can take another example like this. R1, R2, R3, 10, 20, 40, okay? The R equivalent in parallel equal 1 over R1, 1 over 1 R1 in the numerator, 1 R2, 1 over R2 like this, plus 1 over R3. If R equal, the R equivalent equal 1 over R2, R1 plus R2 plus R3 like this, okay? The R equivalent equal 1, okay? 1 over R1. We substitute R1 equal 10 and substitute R2 equal 20, okay? Substitute R3 equal 1 over 40, okay? Then we can, the resultant equivalent resistance must be less than 10, less than the smallest one, 10 resistors, 10 O, 10 O, 10 O, 10 O, okay? So, we multiply 40 here over 40 here times 40 times 40 times 40. It becomes like this: 40 times 1 equal 40, 40 times 1 equal 40 over 10 equal 4, 40 times 1 equal 40 equal 20 equal 2, 40 equal 1. It becomes 40 divided 4 plus 2 plus 1 equals 7. 40 over 7, 40 over 7, okay? We can conclude it by this way, by calculator. 40 over 7 equal 5.71, 5.710, okay? If you can't understand this way, or don't understand this way, we take another example like this: 1, 2, 3 back to back. R1 equal 20, 40, 60, okay? We connect them by back to back, okay? 20 ohm, 40 ohm, 60 ohm. The law, R equivalent equal 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. We substitute for value of each resistance like this. E equivalent equal 1 over 20, substitute R1, substitute R2 equal 40, substitute the third or the third resistance equal 60, 1 over 60, like this. Now we can calculate it by common denominator equal 120, okay? Equivalent equal times 120 over 1 times 120 over 20 plus 1 over 40 times 120 plus 120 over 60, okay, equal equal 120 over 120 over 20 equals 6, 120 over 40 equals 3, 120 over 6 equals 2, okay? So equivalent equal 120 over 6 plus 3 equal 9, 9 plus 2 equal 11, okay? Then we calculate 120 over 11 by calculator like this. One 120 over 11 equal 10.9 approximately, okay? 10.9. Oh, if you check up this result, it must be less than the smallest resistance equal 20, okay? The smallest resistance equal 20, okay? The equal resistance equal 10.9 ohm, okay? Thank you and goodbye, okay? Good evening, good night.